Monique, for what reason is she dropped? When I conversed with him, he resembled Nah. I never told nobody not to work with her, but rather you, Tyler Perry. And you never told anybody, too, in light of the fact that every craftsman ought to be permitted to seek after the creative undertaking. Yet I actually believe there are a ton of stuff that is on today. It's coolering horseplay, yet we could improve. We discussed Tyler Perry. As of now, I don't know, man. Some of the time I keep thinking about whether Tyler Perry resembles he's on a campaign to make individuals of color look as terrible as could really be expected. So ladies don't need us, not anymore. So my message is I'm perfect to individuals outwardly. It could seem like the top players of dark diversion aren't brought together, yet truly these individuals essentially have various thoughts of what ought to be advanced. That said 50 penny is by all accounts coming for that dark amusement crown, and it appears to be the rapper come entertainer could remain determined to take it from Perry, and to show exactly the way that serious he is tied in with overcoming the fortresses of the African American population. He appears to have now uncovered Perry for what he genuinely is. Nevertheless, that is not all he did. The rapper additionally addressed his forthcoming tasks. Or would it be a good idea for me, I say, his arrangements to reclaim the business from Perry strains are rising. And a lot is on the line. It doesn't get more unstable than this. So remain tuned. What's the main thing that strikes a chord when you think Tyler Perry? For the vast majority, it's the man's comedic ability and capacity to make motion pictures that pack the greatest of grants. Yet 50 penny isn't the vast majority, which is the reason the rapper has apparently decided to uncover the maker in a light that he accepts to be the man's reality. C50 accepts that Tyler Perry isn't the virtuoso the world and the media have portrayed him. As a matter of fact, the rapper is pretty much of the assessment that Perry has basically made a vocation out of disparaging the battles of individuals of color. Now I realize this is generally dubious on the grounds that definitely Perry has left his imprint as a trailblazer in media outlets, with motion pictures like For Shaded Young Ladies Journal of a Distraught Individual of Color. And I can do awful without anyone else, all highlighting muddled and valid individuals of color. Anyway, a ton of other central parts in the business appear to accept that Perry's inventiveness could have caused significantly more damage than really great for the African American population overall. And 50 pennies is by all accounts the furthest down the line option to that rundown. This was affirmed after 50 as of late showed support for Monique against Perry and some other diversion magnates, after the comic was purportedly debased for declining to do a press visit to advance her film, despite the fact that said to or wasn't expressed in her agreement. So no, I was not renounced. The rapper wrote in an Instagram post that he's prepared for a full rebound from Monique. In one post he composed, "I went to see their Alma overall stand-up show Super Bowl weekend. Gracious shed, it was so great. She had my reference mark bullet in a daze. You must go look at her. The she was discharged," he wrote in a different post he composed. "Have to get at their Alma overall back in pocket. We simply expected to drop she that ain't great for the way of life." He said, "We really want you to win again." Now Monique, the Inda Club rapper, intends to assist the previous The Parker, with featuring his arrangement with Stars finished in September 2022 anyway. The organization was supposedly keen on re-establishing it, per the Hollywood journalist. Stars as of now houses the mega effective Power universe answerable for Power and its numerous side project specials. In view of that, 50 penny could place Monique in a job on any of his shows on the organization, including BMF Powerbook, 2 Phantom Powerbook, 3 Raising Canon, and Powerbook 4 Power, as he's made jobs for others. For example, Mary J. Blige. Yet 50 penny's arrangements were never simply restricted to individuals that appeared to have been repudiated by the business goodness. The rapper, energized by his hatred for how Tyler Perry has treated the picture of individuals of color, is by all accounts dead set on thoroughly changing the story about individuals of color. And chasing this objective, the rapper has as of late turned into a maker, with the name of his organization called HE Unit in TV Inc. It appears to be this was of F exertion by the rapper to break the enormous hole Perry has made in the business, further keeping the stepping stool from ceaselessly hoarding filmmaking in the African American population. I've seen him act, produce, direct, and compose, says Mary J. Blige. I'm so dazzled by his progress from rapper to astounding maker. I realize you're presumably figuring, how does 50 penny intend to coordinate with somebody with many years of involvement and an entire studio to his belt? Very much. How about we say 50 has additionally pondered all that in light of the fact that a long time back the rapper made a major declaration. As per reports, the Numerous Men rapper bought a 985,000 square foot studio for future movie and TV projects. The New York rapper shared a video of the space on Instagram. Goodness, we're looking here 985,000 square feet. Well, would you take a gander at here? He said in the video 985,000 square feet. Could you at any point say G Unit Studios? He went on in the subtitle of the post GLG with a traffic signal emoticon greenlight post G Unit movie and television with a bomb emoticon blast. I want space to warp shrug emoticon. I don't miss bullseye emoticon. And TV emoticon won't ever go back. Well, all things considered, 50 wasn't kidding when he said he doesn't miss in light of the fact that the rapper and his G Unit and TV Inc. organization have been liable for a few hit shows lately, including Power Book 2 Phantom Power Book 3 Raising Canon Dark Mafia Family BMF, and Power Book 4 Power. And I bet I don't have to let you know exactly the way that effective those have been, nevertheless, even beyond his prosperity on those shows, which on the off chance that I could add are transcendently in view of the truth of individuals of color across friendly levels. The rapper has attempted to investigate different fields and was met with barricades by the you-know-who's of the business. See, regardless of having various ventures underway, one exertion 50 will not be proceeding on at this point is his series on NFL specialist Nicole Lynn. Addresses a few stars, including Philadelphia Birds quarterback Jalen Harms, who as of late gotten it worth almost $255 million in a tirade on Instagram, after fresh insight about that arrangement broke 50 hemorrhaged stars for missing his show. Nicole Lynn is a big deal. I told stars they didn't listen, they paid for improvement then. At that point, had a shift in perspective. Now, you know I will sell this show quickly. GLG green light pos bullseye. I don't miss hash Branson Cognac. Leche Mendora 50 penny wrote in the post subtitle. Now, it appears maybe going full-on independent person in the business, as the rapper doesn't want to dial back in that frame of mind to dislodge Perry from the focal point of dark amusement. And he's going full scale. A valid example, his new arrangement with We Television. That is right, in November, he joined forces with We Television to send off the analytical series, Hip Bounce Murders, facilitated by Van Lethen. It looks at the stunning passings of rising stars in the class, like Hex 10 Country and Lord Vaughn. The previous fall 50 likewise inked a 3-project association with Clear Media for an unscripted wrongdoing series, scheduled to make a big appearance in the not-so-distant future on Peacock. In addition to he and Tudor Eminem are dealing with a television transformation of the last 2002 semi-self-portraying movie 8 Mile. He has prearranged and unscripted shows. Albrecht says he's a power, yet 50 isn't restricting his rehash of dark picture and culture. With only his motion pictures, the rapper come entertainer come maker is likewise set to deliver a vivified dark superhuman movie series named Quaver Association in relationship with Lionsgate TV. He is apparently going to be working with the series co-makers and scholars Jamil Salim from South Park and Anthony Flautist. Discussing the undertaking, Flautist says, as a craftsman and essayist, I was unable to be more eager to satisfy this deep-rooted fantasy about making a world with voices which mirrored the one I came from working close by my skilled co-essayist Jamil, as well as each of the accomplices, included G-Unit Lionsgate, Quibi 3 Expressions. This has been one of the dopest tries of my innovative profession, the realistic novel, which was delivered in 2017 subsequent to bringing $20,000 up in subsidizing on Kickstarter, has been depicted as a remixing of DC superheroes, with hip jump yet the thing pretty much this work 50 penny is placing into changing the account about individuals of color is that there wouldn't be a requirement for it in any case on the off chance that Tyler Perry's motion pictures hadn't proactively scared the local area. And surprisingly, individuals are beginning to pose inquiries. One client composed despite the fact that Tyler Perry's motion pictures make a huge number of dollars. We actually just can't sort out whether or not they are causing us more damage than great. There is likewise the way that Perry was as of the horrible of late gotten down on by an entertainer experience he had while recording an episode for Meet the Browns, assuming a part that Perry supposedly, without a second to spare, concluded would be game. Mr. Perry on the spot begins reworking the whole content, and he's taking care of me the lines to say, and the chief is somewhat remaining as an afterthought, like you better do it since. Supposing that not entertainer and voice mentor Brandon J. took to TikTok on Wednesday to focus on how shooting only one episode of Perry's Meet the Browns transformed into the most distressing and hardest experience of his life, as per Jay Daly on Perry's show set, is more uncommon than the regular one-episode shoot. The entertainer says episodes are typically shot in multi-week anyway at Tyler Perry Studios. They're shot in one day, other than the unmitigated shamefulness that appears to win at Perry's studio. A few individuals from the African American people group have additionally ridiculed Perry's movies for enhancing pessimistic or cliché pictures of dark character, with media Perry's portrayal of a boisterous firearm-hauling book of scriptures, beating Southern lady in the focal point of his media, refrain frequently appearing as their clearest target. When gotten some information about Perry some time back, Spike Lee said, every craftsman ought to be permitted to seek after their imaginative undertakings. Yet I actually think there is a ton of stuff out today that is coonery horseplay, which at